Host Larry Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at corn, beans, and wheat from Friday. After being down every trading day so far last week, corn, beans, and wheat rallied somewhat at the end of the week. Corn closed a penny higher, beans up 21. KC wheat continued lower, ending the day down 7, and the week down by 56. Most of the rain that was forecast for Argentina over this next 10 days has been eliminated from the forecast, providing support for beans, to a lesser extent corn. All the grains continue to be pressured by slow export demand. New export sales for the last week for corn were disappointing at 12.6 million bushel. New export sales were only 32.0 million bushel, and there were no new export milo sales. In this week's USDA crop reports, look for USDA to increase the 2022 corn production yield while lightly trimming harvested acres. That, along with a potential cut in corn exports due to the continuing slow export pace, will likely result in an increase in ending year carryout this August of around 100 million bushels. Corpus Christi's Public Elevator and Archer Daniels Midland will be open this week for milo trucks 8 to 245. Cargill Houston is closed through today, open tomorrow 7 to 3. For help marketing your grains, trust John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus, 361-852-5207. Neighbor, let's talk about PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing. San Antonio, High, Hondo, Kerrville, Robstown, Jourdanton, and Laredo. Contact the Hondo store at 830-426-2912. That's 830-426-2912. Remember, that's PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing, pipemovers.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at meat moves from last Friday. We'll begin with the national pork carcass cutout value, a flat 84 on the afternoon report after a 32-cent drop. Federal slaughter for the first week of the new year, 2.296 million head compared to 2.552 from the same time last year. Wholesale box beef prices higher in the afternoon. Choice up by $136 at $282.99. The select box was $239 higher at $259.34. Federal slaughter for cattle, 563,000 head for the first week of the new year. That compares to 619,000 head last year. USDA had Friday's cash sales at 157, one weaker in the north, one higher in the south. The full range looks like 153 to 159. Neighbor, there's your meat moves for Friday.
MG Building Materials, 5 retail locations all over South and Central Texas from the Hill Country to the Gulf Coast. Perfect if you're a contractor or a homeowner. The smallest home improvement job to the largest commercial project, MG's positioned to help everyone. MGBuildingMaterials.com. San Antonio, Corpus, Pleasanton, Kerrville, and Uvalde. Always on the web, MGBuildingMaterials.com. MG's 5 retail centers there to help you at mgbuildingmaterials.com.
We are on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock. It's about 10 minutes after 6 on Sunday evening. We're looking for sheep and goats on Tuesday, cattle Wednesday. Sean, what have you heard over the weekend?
I'm thinking we'll get somewhere around that 3, maybe a few more on the sheep and goat end. We've got, there's 50 Dorper ewe lambs, kind of weigh 100, pretty fancy, that will be there this week. Anybody needing any replacement type ewes, sure need to come see us. They sure ought to fit the category. And had a few calls on a few other sheep. Got some kid goats coming. On the cattle end, I'm thinking somewhere around that 1,400, maybe 1,500. We got a wean sale. Know a few wean cattle coming. We got 60, 70 heifers been weaned 90 days coming up one place. So that's a good start. There's been a few other people say they were going to kind of sell this week. So anticipating a decent sale on Wednesday.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Sean Geiswhite.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394. And if anybody has any questions on those ewe lambs, be sure to holler at us.
All right. We appreciate you. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
Neighbor, I want to remind you about my friends, Stephen and Terry Lehman at Lehman Pipe and Cattle. They've got used sucker rod in 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch, and they've got used oil fill pipe, the #1 structural, straight, no holes, splits, or heavy scale, 2 3/8, 2 7/8, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6 5/8, 7 5/8, 10 3/4, and 16 and 24 inch diameters. Also, From time to time, they see some number 2 pipe available at a reduced price. Truckload discounts and delivery also available. They also have cattle guards. They make them from 10-foot wide to 30-foot wide, depending on the customer's needs and wants, with or without wings or cross gates. Also, the heavy-duty concrete beams to set them on. Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Email them at lehmanpipe@gmail.com or call Stephen at 979-966-3447 or Terry at 979-820-8155. That's Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction, getting ready for Mason's Monday sale. What's it looking like Sunday night?
You bet, Larry. We got right at 1,600 head already on the yards, about 125 cows, probably 10 or 12 bulls. Rest of them all really, really good calves and yearlings. A lot of wean cattle going to be offered there tomorrow. We're going to have a lot of deals that we'll be able to shape up to and everything. So look for a good run, a good market. The way we started out last Thursday, Larry, I think it'll continue on this week. And so be a good time to buy some good stockers if you're going to grass or graze out wheat or oats or whatever it may be, or going to the feed yard.
All right. What do we got coming Thursday?
You bet. We got a good stocker feeder sale. We got several, probably around 1,000, 1,200, I know, coming already on calves. We're going to start the day off an hour early, like we normally do on this week. We'll sell a set of bulls here featuring Shady Oaks Farms, really good Charolais and Sim Angus bulls. There'll be about a total of 30-some-odd Charolais, 10 real good Sim Angus bulls. We'll also have some good Hereford bulls along the way from Schmidt Ranch over at Mason, good Angus bulls from down here at Windy Bar Ranch, and then several other Angus bulls, and we'll have a few beef mash and a few Brammer bulls that'll also be there too, Larry. And that'll start at 10 o'clock. We'll roll right from that sale, go right into our stocker feeder sale and our premium wean sale. Like I said, we'll have a good run of those coming up Thursday.
Tell us how to get in touch with you.
You bet. Give us a call, area code 325-372-5159. Bull information, a lot of the EPDs, they're already up on our website too, Larry, and some of our early consignments we got coming for the stocker feeder sale. They can find that at jordancattle.com.
We appreciate you. Thank you, Ken.
You bet. Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, this portion of today's program is brought to you by PMI Jordanton. Call 830-769-1234. That's PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing. Pipe, valves, or fittings, plates, sheet, channel, beam, culverts, purlins, fencing, and supplies. They now stock new pipe and casings. Find them again at PMI Jordanton, 830-769-1234. Neighbor, now it's time to get a hold of Leo Casas. Leo, how are you today?
Doing good, Larry. Well, the weather's been nice and ready to get back to work. Man, if anybody needs any bulls, they need to get a hold of me. We're leasing 2 or 3 just about every day. These bulls are going to get hard to find, so let me know. We've got all the popular breeds: Angus, Brangus, Charolais, Hereford, Brahman. Best bulls are our Angus and Brangus bulls. I can be reached at 361-362-5863. Keep up with us on daily basis on Instagram, Casas Cattle _Rancher 3, or log on to my website for photos, videos, and information, CasasCattle.com, CASAS, CasasCattle.com. We're the bull people.
Wholesale Steel, family owned and operated since 1976. Has heavy-duty panels, the first and only panels on the market with a lifetime warranty against damage from your animals. Wholesale Steel with 2 locations to serve you in San Antonio and Hearn. Financing available, and we wholesale to the public. Visit our website at wholesalesteelsa.com or call 210-624-2000 for Wholesale Steel.
We're on the line with Gary Butler, Nixon Livestock, first sale after the New Year's holiday. Gary, what's it going to look like to you?
Looks like going to have a big one, Larry. We got 1320 in right now, and got 3 or 4 more trailers out here to unload. Got probably about 125 cows, probably. Got a bunch of big bunches of calves. Not a whole bunch of big bunches, but we got a lot of onesie, twosie, threesies today. But got a good set of Charolais calves. There's about 75 of them. They'll be steers and heifers mixed, but they will be steers. I got some about 25 tiger stripe steers. They're pretty good quality steers. There's 25 of them. Other than that, and I got a set of Bremer Cross calves. There's about 35 to 40 of them. Rest is pretty small little deals. On the cow end, got a few to palpate, but not a whole bunch. And on the pairs, we got about 4 or 5 pair, and most of them look like they'll be split.
All right. Well, it sounds like a good start to a great sale. First one after the New Year's holiday. Gary Butler, tell everybody how to contact you.
You can catch us here at Shelbourne, 830-582-1561 or 62. Catch me on my mobile, 830-857-4330, Larry.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm. We're at the kitchen table, and our guest today is Stephen from D&D, and you're bringing us some Preferred information, aren't you?
Yes, sir, Larry. So the boss ordered one too many truckloads of stuff from Preferred this morning, and I'm going to go ahead and offer 10% off all Preferred panels and squeeze chutes exclusively to Down on the Farm listeners while supplies last.
Down on the Farm listeners, you need to get in on this action. How much percentage?
10%.
Get on down to D&D right now. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, and I'm at extension 160.
We're on the line with Seth Crane, Union Commission, Hondo Livestock, selling today, Monday. It's Sunday night. What's it looking like then, Seth?
Got a few over 500 head right now. Pretty good run. It looks like probably getting close to somewhere around 150 cows. Probably going to palpate somewhere over 100 of those tomorrow. I know we got one set of pretty good Angus cows in there. They'll be 8 and 10-year-old cows. Be about 20, 25 of those be real heavy bred cows. We'll have a few pairs with them as well. Calf and yearling run, lots of light calves, a lot of good cattle. Sure ought to be a good sale tomorrow. If anybody needs anything, feel free to reach us right there at the office, 830-741-8061. Give me on my cell phone, 210-288-3960. And for updates and information, visit us on Facebook or HondoLivestock.com.
Howdy, neighbor. My name is Micah Johns, and I just want to take a minute to tell you about Trophy Buck in Lytle, Texas. We're located on the northbound side of I-35, have been family-owned and operated since 1985, and have decades of experience in the wild game processing industry. We recently expanded our business to include a livestock processing operation from February through October each year. 100% of our livestock schedule is dedicated to customer bookings because we don't have a meat counter to cut for. That means higher availability and shorter wait times for our customers. Over the years, we have built our business on Southern hospitality, quality products, and a level of service you won't find anywhere else. For more information, please visit our website at trophybuckinc.com. Call us today to book your steer or hog for slaughter and processing at 210-656-4263. 210-656-4263. Stock shows are right around the corner, so secure your spot with us today. That number again is 210-656-4263. 210-656-4263. Trophy Buck Livestock Processing, Lytle, Texas.
We're on the line with Riley Rhodes, Live Oak Livestock, Three Rivers. Riley, how's the Monday sale shaping up?
Oh, pretty good, Larry, for the first one of the year. We're a little later this year. Obviously, we sold a little later and started a little later, but going to end up with about 2,000 head for tomorrow. Lots of good calves. Of course, after that freeze, they're starting to get a little condition to them. Probably 250 cows. Not many stocker cows. Most of those are just packer cows, a handful of palpators, and I didn't see any pairs. There might be a few mixed in. Calves, lots of good strings of calves. We got about 100 weaned Red Angus cross calves off of one place, probably weighing about 650. Most of them are steers, a handful of heifers on them, and several groups of Charolais crosses and several groups of blacks and Angus crosses. One big set of Beefmasters. So it looks good. Quality looks good, and we'll see what the market is, but I think everything will go pretty good. Looks like about 2,000 head.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
361-813-6650 is the cell. 361-786-2553 is the office, and the webpage is liveoaklivestock.com.
We appreciate it. Thank you, Riley.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. I'm Larry Marble, and I'm on the line with Aaron Lee from Homestead and Ranch Real Estate. Aaron, why do we need a realtor that specializes in farms, ranches, and vacant land?
Well, Larry, large acreage and vacant land transactions are not the same as residential transactions. There are aspects to negotiations, restrictions, utilities, contracts, marketing, title work, and much more that require expert guidance, something you'll get from a Homestead and Ranch Real Estate agent.
How is it different with y'all?
The agents with Homestead and Ranch Real Estate are rural home and land specialists. Through our continued market research, experience, and our classic approach to customer service, we keep up with prices in an ever-changing market.
How can we get a hold of you?
Well, y'all can reach me directly at 214-985-9862, and I give you my word, I'll call you back. Or you can visit us at www.homesteadandranch.com.
Aaron, thanks for being on Down on the Farm.
Thank you, sir.
Neighbor, let's take a long look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus. Milo through Corpus in January, March plus 90, 13.29. Houston, 13.29. Progresso, 13.46. Yellow corn to Corpus in January, March plus 220, 874. We'll call Progresso 844. Hard red winter wheat to Houston in January, March plus 130, 962. And we'll call Houston beans January delivery, March less 30, 1462 and a quarter. Texas cotton, 1,702 bales of East Texas, 1,080 bale of West Texas. Prices range from $82.93 to $85.05. That made the average about $83.99 across the 2,782 total bales of Texas cotton. Neighbor, I'm Larry Marble. My program is called Down on the Farm, and we call you our neighbor. And neighbor will call you back down the lane for a big old heaping helping of Hop Sing's meals